side. Brighton have space to move into. Switches this onto the right hand side. The pass doesn't have enough power and it's intercepted by Joe Gomez. Goes central for Van Dijk inside the centre circle in their own half. His clearance has taken a block off of his own player and it's fallen now onto the left hand side to Adingra. He's battling with Bradley at the moment. Goes inside to Gross. Now to Estupinian. Back to Gross again. His touch is too heavy. Nearly gives it away to Nunez. But well recovered by him and Lewis Dunk. Now with Baleba. Baleba lays the ball off past McAllister. Goes down under the challenge in the centre circle and wins a free kick for his side inside his own half. McAllister just saying that he feels that may have been too harsh. Free kick taken quickly though, and it finds a Estupinian on the left hand side. Cross goes in towards Van Dijk. He's headed it clear. It goes back towards Estupinian again. Lays it off to Welbeck. Tries to pass back through. Instead it's fallen to Baleba on the edge of the area, who blazes that effort over. But as Welbeck and Estupinian were building up nicely, Liverpool just seemed to have dropped off defensively. Those efforts were made from the edge of the area, but Brighton still trying to create some chances, as defensive minded as they are being at the moment. This time it was Baleba's effort that went over. Short passes out from the back now, manages to find Bradley on the right hand side. Takes it into Brighton's half at the moment. Bradley continuing his run, gives the ball to Szoboszlai. Holds his run on the edge of the area now. That cross goes in, it's been blocked by Estupinian, and it's going to be a Liverpool ball. I think this one's going to be an out-swinging corner to be taken by Szoboszlai. Fifth corner of the afternoon for Liverpool. Van Dijk's making his way into the area. Cross goes in towards the middle, headed away by Van Heck, then by Adingra. Adingra continues, he plays the ball over the top now. It's going to be chased down by Lamptey, who's gone down under the challenge of Joe Gomez, and a free kick's going to be given to Brighton, and a yellow card is going to be given to Joe Gomez. It was tactical foul from him. He just didn't allow Lamptey to get much distance at all, but Brighton were on the break. It was well done by Adingra on this left hand side, and Lamptey, who just dribbled the ball around. It was tactical, but I think they might have had it covered as well, with Bradley making his way back. But Joe Gomez joins Van Dijk and McAllister in the referee's book for Liverpool. Now with Adingra on the left hand side from the free kick. Chips the ball over Quansah, and it's been cleared by Van Dijk. Back into Liverpool's half there, brought down again by Adingra, but he's offside. Free kick given. Taken quickly by Bradley, gives it inside to Quansah. Now to Endo. To Quansah again. Space to move into as Brighton are just backing off slightly at the moment. Endo moving to the right hand side, opens up that switched ball onto the left, and it's with Joe Gomez in space now inside Brighton's half. Tries the ball into the box towards Darwin Nunez. Out comes the keeper to claim it, and Verbruggen just holds on to that very comfortably. Rolls it out quickly though to Gross. Gets the ball back from Baleba. Back to Gross again. Gross with Estupinian on the left hand side. Plays the ball down the line for Adingra. And now Welbeck. Welbeck's battling at the point with Mo Salah. Salah wants the throw-in to go his way. It's gone Brighton's way instead. Just reaching the hour mark here at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1. Worth telling you there were no changes made at half-time. Estupinian now with the throw-in. Adingra was an option down the line, but instead Baleba's had to come short for him. Estupinian then goes down under the challenge of Szoboszlai. Wants a free kick, nothing given. He gives it to Nunez. In goes the challenge though from Estupinian, who's done really well to get back into possession there as Salah was on a break. That ball more central now though, and a chance for Brighton to break onto the left hand side. Adingra is going to have a job to try and keep this in play. He's not on his own though. He's up against the pace of Quansah, who gets there really well and wins the ball back. Gives it to Bradley. Now McAllister. Now back to Bradley. Brighton win the ball back, but not fairly, says the referee, and a free kick's been given to Liverpool inside their own half. Feels that Moda was the one that impeded Bradley. Excellent work from Quansah to get ahead of Adingra, who's had the run on him for the majority of this game. And the ball with Endo. Out onto the right hand side for Quansah. Quansah's through ball. Finds Mo Salah. Salah under pressure from Gross. Gross wins the ball back, and now there's another chance for Adingra on the left-hand side. Gross has continued his overlapping run. He's not the only one, though. And Gross remains onside, even if Lamptey wasn't. Gross gets the ball, gives it to Lamptey. On the left-hand side, puts it onto his right foot, goes all the way back to Lewis Dunk. He plays it across to Van Heck, but for Brighton, they're back in possession, and they're inside Liverpool's half as Van Heck finds the run on the right-hand side for Veltman. Veltman's up against Gomez at the moment, keeps the ball in play, plays it back again to Gross. Now all the way back to Van Heck again. Now to Dunk. Again to Van Heck. Van Heck switches it onto the left-hand side. Well brought down this time by Adingra. He's also got an overlapping run being made by Estupinian. Tries the through ball. Van Dijk's there quickly. Gives it to Bradley. Bradley's under pressure on that right-hand side. He's given possession away again, and it's now with Gross. Gross gives the ball again to Adingra. Ricochets off a couple of players and cleared eventually by Van Dijk. Goes towards Salah. And the ball's won by Dunk. And cleared by Bradley. Just outside the Liverpool area. A little nudge in the back from Danny Welbeck. Nothing to it, says the referee, as Salah springs a counter-attack now on the right-hand side with Darwin Núñez. A couple of options available for Liverpool as Núñez makes his way into the area, puts it onto his right foot, takes it quite far into the area, but takes it too far to the right-hand side. Forced to go back to Bradley again. McAllister on the edge of the area, gets the ball, takes it to the edge of the area, lays this off to Diaz this time. Diaz onto his right foot, prepares a shot, but he's closed down quickly by Moda. And has to go back to Soboslai again. Now Quansah across to Bradley. Bradley back to Quansah. Now for McAllister. McAllister's found that through ball then for Bradley. Excellent through ball, plays it across the face of goal, cleared by Van Heck. There were no Liverpool players there, and then under the challenge on the left hand side, Brighton go down, nothing given. Gross went down under the challenge of McAllister, and he wanted a free kick, but there was nothing given at that point. Back with McAllister now. To the edge of the area. Still with Soboslai. It's a wonderful run by Bradley. When he played it into the box, there were no Liverpool players there. There were 4 Brighton players all surrounding the 6-yard box, which is where the ball was placed on the floor. Now it falls to Soboslai. He takes an effort from around about 20 yards out, and it goes just wide. Looked like he was aiming to get across it at one point, but chose to go it alone. Brighton limiting Liverpool's chances to efforts from the edge of the area. They're not getting many into the box. "63 minutes gone. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1. Goal kick taken by Dunk, played short. Out onto the right-hand side from Verbruggen. Veltman looks for Lamptey, but it's intercepted by Gomez and given to Endo. Inside Brighton's half now. Soboslai dribbles past multiple players, gives it to Darwin Núñez, plays it across the face of goal, has an effort saved. It's fallen in the end to Moda, who will clear his lines. Núñez really feels like he should have done better with that. Now to Endo, now Van Dijk. Across to Quansah. Now to Bradley on the right hand side. Under pressure at the moment from Adingra. He's forced to go back into his own half with Van Dijk. Van Dijk now across to Quansah again. Quansah has the ball inside their own half. Takes it into Brighton's half at the moment. Goes back now to Van Dijk. Out onto the right hand side for Soboslai. By the touchline. He's got options in the middle if he can find one. Lays it up to the edge of the area. Through ball to Mo Salah. Mo Salah finishes it from around about 9 yards out. And as automatic as you like, we said in the first half, you can't keep giving Mo Salah that sort of space. Puts it onto his left foot. Across the face of goal. Puts it into the far corner. Past Verbruggen. And gives his side the lead. He'd missed the target a couple of times in the first half. He struggled to get space inside the area of Brighton. But eventually is in there and he's made them pay. Now Brighton will get things back underway for us. Out onto the right hand side for Lamptey. Lamptey's making a run down that right wing. It's put across in, it has been cleared. It's fallen to Belabor on the edge of the area. His effort's been blocked. It's fallen back to Van Heck. Now to Estupinian on the left hand side. Puts his cross in towards the back post, too much on it, but it's been headed away by Gomez. It's fallen to Diaz, who's beaten his man, but Soboslai's there again. Now lays it off to Diaz, continues his run down that left-hand side. He's been chased down by Belabor. He gives the ball to Darwin Núñez. Inside to Szoboszlai. Back to Diaz again. Just outside the area. Puts it onto his right foot. Lays this off again. This time it's fallen to Szoboszlai. Tries the through ball again. Goes down under the challenge. It has been cleared by Van Hecke, and it's going to be a Liverpool corner. So Liverpool now with a bit more urgency, hoping to get some of that goal difference back against Arsenal. It's the 3 points they desperately need. Which means if Manchester City win, Liverpool will remain top of the Premier League at close of play today. If it's a draw, Liverpool will also remain top of the Premier League at close of play today. An Arsenal win will revert things back to how they were before kick-off. In swinging corner on its way from Szoboszlai. Kwanzaa in the middle, Van Dijk in the middle. Hoping to try and get something from this. Goes in towards the middle. It's been headed away by Van Hecke. It's fallen back to Szoboszlai again in the same area. Brings it inside a bit more this time. Gets a better angle on the cross. It's headed towards his own goal this time by Belabor, and it's another Liverpool corner. Belabor just hit the top netting. Tell you how close that was from him. He just tried to get his head to the ball, stop it from getting to Darwin Núñez. Another corner to defend for Brighton. There'll be another in-swinging corner by Szoboszlai. Danny Welbeck just been spoken to by the referee. I'm not quite sure. He's telling the ball boys to move away with the balls. He doesn't want none of the footballs by the sideline. Wants them all with the ball boys. Doesn't want them behind the net. So we are now able to get things back underway. In swinging corner on its way. Goes towards Mo Salah at the back post. Chips this in goalwards again. Out comes the goalkeeper to claim it and keeps hold of it this time. He goes up against Van Dijk. Is there a chance for Brighton to break? There might be now. It's rolled out to Pascal Gross. As Liverpool are starting to regroup, Gross goes back to Duncan, just slows things down for them. Passes this inside to Belabor, now to Van Hecke. Van Hecke to Gross. Pascal Gross back to Belabor and Dunk. And Gross again, and back to Dunk. Dunk goes back to his keeper, who slipped on his way to clear the ball, and he's eventually just had to put the ball out of play for a throw-in. He slipped on his way out for it and almost gifted Szoboszlai a third for Liverpool. Now a throw-in from inside the dugout on the right-hand side. And we will see the first change of the afternoon, and it is going to be for the visitors. Banot is going to come on. He's going to come on for Tariq Lamptey, who hasn't really been involved much in this game. Playing out on the right-hand side. Going taken now, though, by Bradley. Gives it to Kwanzaa. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Kellerher just outside the area. Gives it back to Kwanzaa again. Long ball from Kwanzaa in search of Luis Diaz, headed away by Van Hecke. Estupiñán's there again, but Brighton nearly caused himself more trouble as Dunk's forced to clear the ball in a panicked state. It falls to Szoboszlai. His through ball for Diaz is intercepted. And now on the ball on the right hand side, he's been swung about a little bit there by Szoboszlai. Is Banot. He's been taken quickly into the left hand side for Estupiñán, who puts his foot on the ball and then slips himself. Gives it to Pascal Gross. Pass between him and Belabor. Now to Danny Welbeck, celebrating his 100th appearance for Brighton today. We'll hope that he can get a win, as now he's slipped and completely missed the ball. And there's a chance now for Liverpool to break as Darwin Núñez, continuing going central, goes down under the challenge of Van Hecke. It's fallen to Mo Salah. Advantage given as it's in at the back post, and it's crept all the way through by Luis Diaz to make it Liverpool 3, Brighton 1. The flag, I think, has now gone up against Luis Diaz. He's going to hope that VAR assists him in this. He's not the only one, as Verbruggen really should have done well with that effort. It crept through his legs and managed to dribble over the line. So we'll wait and see just what VAR determines, but it's a wonderful ball through by Mo Salah. But Danny Welbeck slipping in the build-up to this, and that's the third time a Brighton player has slipped and lost ground. Now this is going to be very close. This is very close as to whether Lewis Dunk is keeping Diaz onside. It's a wonderful ball from Salah, and Diaz's effort has crept through the arms of Verbruggen. So it's decision time. Paul Tierney just having a look at the evidence. Looking at the line, it's very difficult to tell, but I'd probably lean more towards saying he's actually in an onside position. Not the only one that's back at that point either. Is Lewis Dunk. But the ball to find Diaz was exceptional. He could be looking for his second goal of the afternoon at this minute. Excellent work from David Coote to say that advantage should have been played. The video is showing that it's actually offside. So I think it's just going to be told to David Coote now. And that goal's going to be disallowed. It is going to be a free kick to Brighton. It spares the blushes of Verbruggen. And Luis Diaz has a wonderfully worked goal chalked off. 72 minutes gone at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. Now Verbruggen takes the resulting free kick onto the right hand side. He manages to find Veltman. He's forced to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. He feels like he was pulled down in the process. That's not being given. Now onto the left hand side for Estupinian, who's been brought down to the floor by Bradley. Nothing given on this occasion either. Now with McAllister. Goes all the way back to Van Dijk inside his own half. In the build-up to all that, Van Hecke has received himself a yellow card as well for a challenge that was made. McAllister now to Bradley inside. Dunk wins the ball back. He's still under pressure from McAllister. Managed to get rid of the ball, and it's now with Gross on the left-hand side. Managed to find Adingra by the touchline. He's under pressure now from Kwanzaa, and he's also got Szoboszlai making his way back as well. Excellent challenge, in fact, from Kwanzaa, who nearly bounces the ball off of Szoboszlai and gives Brighton a corner, but he's done well to not only slide in but keep possession with himself and his side there. Gets that all wrong, it's either a penalty for Brighton or Adingra is through on goal. And the pass is made to Lewis Dunk. Back to Van Hecke. Pass forward, this time for Moda. And now for Belabor at the halfway line at the moment. Brighton have possession inside Liverpool's half. Dunk goes back across to Van Hecke again. Van Hecke now on the sideline. He manages to find Banot. He plays the ball across the face of goal, and it's cleared by Bradley. It's going to be a corner to Brighton. He didn't need to clear his lines. He was waiting for the shout. There was no communication there, but a through ball found Moda inside the area, and it was an excellent ball across. Just needed a touch from Danny Welbeck. Couldn't quite capitalise. We're going to see a Pascal Gross corner, an in-swinging corner now from this left-hand side, and a chance for Brighton as Lewis Dunk and Jan Van Hecke make the way into the area. Goes in towards the mix, headed away towards the back post, headed back in this time by Bennett, cleared by Van Dijk. It's fallen to Luis Diaz, and a chance for Liverpool to break. They're outnumbering Brighton at the moment. Finds Mo Salah on the left hand side. Salah's got Diaz as an option if he wants to use him. Salah goes it alone, and it's saved by Verbruggen, who will just slow things down as his Brighton side regroup from defending that counter attack. Wasn't the greatest effort from Salah, who again just seemed to be a bit wasteful with it. Didn't require too much movement from the Brighton goalkeeper, but he's rolled the ball out nonetheless now to Lewis Dunk. Space to take this to the halfway line. Gives it to Belabor. Down to the left hand side for Adingra again. Adingra's pass intercepted by McAllister. Finds Salah. Salah gets the ball back to McAllister. Salah's continued his run inwards, and McAllister tries to find him. Belabor gets in the way and concedes a throw in on the right hand side for Liverpool, just in front of the technical dugout. And the throw is going to be taken by Bradley. Jürgen Klopp's expressions have certainly changed over the course of the last 75 minutes, especially seeing as they went down within the first minute and a half of the game. It was met with just a shake of the head from Jürgen Klopp. And Núñez gets the ball now. Goes back to Joe Gomez inside Liverpool's half. Gomez goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. It's with Kellerher just outside the area at the moment. Now goes across to Quansah. Quansah's got Van Dijk. Goes back to Kellerher. Closed down by Welbeck. Gives it to Endo. Now onto the right hand side again for Quansah. Quansah brings it inside. Goes more central in towards the halfway line with it. Gives it to McAllister. His ball was an attempted switch over to Darwin Núñez, but it has been cleared by Veltman. He gets to Moder, and Moder feels like the challenge from Van Dijk should have gifted him a throw-in, and it didn't. It's worked in favour of Liverpool. It's going to be taken by Joe Gomez. He's just wasting a bit more time before taking this throw-in. Liverpool do have a change not being made right now, but Harvey Elliott is just getting his shirt on and receiving final instructions, so he'll be introduced into the game very soon. Very youthful Liverpool squad at the moment. Do they lack the experience to go the distance in what has been a fantastic title race between three very strong Premier League sides? Gomez this time takes a throw into Endo. Gomez goes back now to Quansah again. Makes his way into Brighton's half. Out onto the right hand side he finds Bradley. Bradley's pass inside this time finds Szoboszlai to Salah. To Szoboszlai again. And now for McAllister. Back to Szoboszlai. Goes towards the halfway line, gives the ball to Van Dijk. Now to Gomez. Gomez's pass out to Diaz was a bit too heavy for Endo, but he's managed to give the ball back to Luis Diaz. He's at the moment with Veltman. Veltman eventually goes in and wins possession and gets back to the second one, but he's not managed to clear it completely, and Van Hecke goes home to his goalkeeper. He just collects the ball inside the 6-yard box, rolls it out now to Gross. Still waiting for some other options for him to move forward with the ball. He can't, so he'd have to go back to Lewis Dunk. Brighton not really showing too much of urgency to push the ball forward, despite being 2-1 down. Point would certainly help them in their bid for 7th place. Battling with West Ham, Newcastle, and even Chelsea are trying to get involved in the fight for European football. Now for Estupinian. Across to Van Hecke. Van Hecke's pass now onto the left hand side for Gross. Gross takes it into the opposition half. Plays the ball down the line now for Adingra. Adingra's pass inside. Collected by Baleba. Adingra's continued his run down the line, but he's opted to go back instead to Gross. Goes central for Van Hecke. Inside the centre circle. Van Hecke now onto the right hand side. Finds Veltman. Veltman's ball along finds Banner. He's bringing it inside, and he's got away from multiple Liverpool players. Gives it across now to Estupinian. He's continued his run. He's wanting the ball back. Instead he goes to Gross. He's still continuing his run. Gross puts it onto his right foot. His cross goes in towards Welbeck. It's been cleared by Van Dijk. Then headed back from Estupinian. Flicked on this time by Adingra to Gross. In goes the challenge of Bradley, but Estupinian's back to win it again. It's with Adingra. Gives it to Welbeck. Inside the area. Puts it onto his right foot, but Szoboszlai's back to win it back. Only momentarily there was Veltman. Wins the ball back for Brighton. Now for Welbeck. His misplaced pass gives Szoboszlai a chance, and he's sent the ball forward for Darwin Núñez, but in goes the challenge of Lewis Dunk, who will try and keep this in play now. He almost sent Van Hecke to the floor as well in his process. Pass gives it to Danny Welbeck, who goes down under the challenge and wins a free kick inside Liverpool's half. McAllister thought twice then about passing the ball away. Already on a yellow card. We saw yesterday Anthony Gordon for Newcastle receiving a second yellow for kicking the ball away and time wasting. Led to a red card. It's not worth the 1-match ban. Now Gross stood over the ball as again Dunk makes his way forward, as does Van Hecke. And Brighton very much try and put Liverpool under the pressure. Ten minutes left to go. Gross's ball goes in towards the back post. It's headed goalwards, and that's a wonderful save by Kellerher. He was aiming for the bottom corner. It's an excellent header from Lewis Dunk, and Kelleher's had to really throw himself across the face of goal to push that wide. Flag stayed down as well, maybe wrongly so, but Lewis Dunk's header forces Kelleher to quickly spread himself across the goal, and now he's got a corner for his side to defend. He's going to be an out-swinging corner. To be taken by Pascal Gross. Goes in towards the middle. Dunk heads it goalwards again. Welbeck's not quite there and Kellerher has spilt it. Has it gone out of play for a corner? The flag stayed down on both occasions and it stays in play. Kellerher looked like he may have spilt that on 2 occasions. Just a bit nervy for him at the moment. The effort from Dunk on the second time. Welbeck almost got in the way of and gifted his side a goal. Kelleher's ball down the left-hand side for Diaz, deep inside Brighton's half now. Diaz gets the ball, it's closed down by Veltman, but he takes it into the area, puts it onto his right foot, effort goes goalwards, takes a deflection, goes wide. Liverpool corner. He's done well to get away from Veltman. With a block from Van Heck, turns that away from goal. They now have a corner to defend. Because now we're going to see the change, and it is going to be Harvey Elliott that comes on. And in his place, he's going to be replacing Darwin Núñez, who leaves the field. First change made for both sides. As we enter into the final 8 minutes of regular time, and then whatever extra time is added on at the end of it. And we're going to see now a couple more changes being made by Brighton. And we'll see young Evan Ferguson, who really has had an impact on this Brighton side when he first started playing, but there's no goal in 22 games for either his club or his country. We'll be hoping to put an end to that now as he replaces Jakob Moder. And Adingra is the other one to leave the field. And he is going to be replaced by a former Liverpool player himself, Adam Lallana. Very experienced player, hoping to help his side get something out of this, as in goes the challenge at the back post from the corner from Quansah, and he's put it out of play for a goal kick. It was almost an own goal from Evan Ferguson. The corner came in swinging towards the back post. It's been headed on by Harvey Elliott, and Evan Ferguson just took his time with the ball at the back post after taking his first touch, and his clearance came off of the foot of Quansah, and it's going to be a goal kick to Brighton, taken short. Now with Baleba to Adam Lallana. And then Baleba again continues his push forward. Baleba makes it into... by Lewis Dunk. Diaz gives it to Gomez. Now back to Endo. Cross to Quansah. Quansah's ball down the line for Harvey Elliott. Elliott tries to switch this. Again to Luis Diaz. He's done well to take a very well done first touch. Plays it back to Gomez again. This time back to Van Dijk, who is still under pressure and has to go back to his goalkeeper as Brighton regroup and start to make their way out from the back. Liverpool do the same. Endo and Kellerher just playing the ball together. Danny Welbeck seems to have moved into more of a midfield role at the moment. Then on the left hand side, he did it before for Manchester United and a bit more regular for Arsenal. It means Lallana and Ferguson are your two strikers at the moment, while Brighton are pressing Liverpool while they've got the ball inside their own half. Now Van Heck has the ball inside his own half. Goes up towards the centre circle, goes across to Lewis Dunk, who's under pressure from Harvey Elliott. Very quick Harvey Elliott as well. Plays that ball onto Lallana, flicks it on for Ferguson. Van Dijk's first to it. Goes back to Kellerher. Plays it out now to Quansah. Just outside the area. Quansah goes back to Kellerher again. Lallana's going to close him down. That pass has been made out to McAllister. Now Quansah gets the ball from him. His pass goes all the way through to Lewis Dunk. At the halfway line. Gives it to Lallana. His through ball goes to Gross. He looks for Lallana again. It was a weak pass from Gross, and Liverpool quite easily get possession back, but Welbeck's quick to get it back off of Bradley. There's a big battle going on at the moment, and Welbeck does get possession outside the area. Gives it to Lallana. Takes it inside the area. It nearly falls to Ferguson. Goes all the way through to Kellerher, who has to come out and slide to that. Down to ground pretty quickly. The ball was ricocheting in Liverpool's area. The ball was played out now to Diaz. This time the challenge has been won by Lallana. Into the area. Effort goes goalwards and it's just wide. It was just wide from Adam Lallana. It was won by Banner in the middle of the park. And he found an excellent ball. I think it might have misjudged a couple of Liverpool players who weren't quite thinking that that's where the ball was going to go. But Lallana found himself in plenty of space. Quanza's had to quickly get back across. Let's try and shorten the angle for Lallana. And as he sent it goalwards, it's just dribbled wide. It'll be a goal kick now for Liverpool. Lallana was looking for a corner at that point. Goal kick has been taken by Kellerher. Flicked on by Diaz, brought down by Salah, playing the striker role since Darwin Núñez has been taken off. Now gives it to Diaz, back to Gomez. Gomez goes back to the halfway line with Van Dijk. Now finds Luis Diaz, now for Mo Salah. By the touchline, he's closed down by Banner again. Gets the ball back from Gomez, now to Endo. Endo and Gomez work the ball well to get it to Salah. And back again to Salah inside the area. It falls to Szoboszlai, his effort's been blocked by Van Hecke. This time it's been headed away by Dunk, only as far as the edge of the area with McAllister. He's forced to go back to Van Dijk again. Now across to Bradley. Now Harvey Elliott. Onto his left foot, has an effort goalwards, it's been blocked by Dunk. Falls this time to Diaz on the right hand side. He's up against Estupinian. He's under a bit of pressure as he manages to find Bradley. Bradley brings it inside, it's still fallen to Bradley. Can he get the ball into the box? No, he can't. It's gone out of play for a goal kick. Taken quickly. And now played to Van Hecke. Now Brighton feel the urgency. Now Brighton feel like there may be a chance they can get a point out of this game as Van Hecke's gone down at the halfway line and a free kick has been given and a yellow card has been given as well. This time it's gone to Endo. Brought down Van Hecke as he dribbled the ball past him and just getting away from him at that point. Now just at the halfway line. As we will see another Liverpool change being made. And it's going to be Cody Gakpo that comes onto the field. And he is going to replace Luis Diaz, who scored a goal, had a chance for a second, and one disallowed for offside. He just takes his time to leave the field. Just a reminder of his goal that he managed to poach from Salah's header back into the box. And it was caught by the foot of Veltman on his way through as Cody Gakpo now goes back into the striker's role, perhaps moving Mo Salah onto the left hand side. Either way, they're going to have a free kick to defend to begin with. Lallana's gone down on the edge of the area, nothing's been given there as the clearance has been made. It's now a chance with Salah on the left hand side, brings it inside, tries to dribble past multiple Brighton players, but the back helping out, and Bannock wins the ball. Gives it to Van Hecke, who's under pressure now from Szoboszlai as well. Van Hecke still with the ball. Manages to find Welbeck somehow. Gives it to Lallana. Lallana trying on the right-hand side. Gets the ball into the area. Chance here for Brighton. Goes in towards Welbeck and it's caught and held by Kellerher. From the 6-yard box. Quickly rolls this out onto the right-hand side for Elliott, who's under pressure from Estupinian. Chips the ball over for Szoboszlai. Takes it to the halfway line. Just keeps it in play. Nearly loses out on possession. Manages to go back inside to Harvey Elliott. Now to McAllister, takes it into Liverpool's half. Back into Brighton's half now, gives it to Harvey Elliott on the right hand side, he's in plenty of space. Estupinian's trying to get there, he's got options in the middle if he can find someone. Harvey Elliott brings it back and it's gone all the way through to Mo Salah. Salah sends it goalwards, fantastic save from Verbruggen. Similar to that was made earlier from Kellerher, but Verbruggen gets there very quickly and Brighton not putting the ball out of play while they've got a player down in their own area. It's not going to assist them anything though if he can't get back to his feet for when Liverpool next have an attack. But it's now with Banner in the middle. Goes into the challenge with Elliott. Gives the ball back to Estupinian and gets the ball back from him. Inside his own half at the moment. Spreads it onto the right hand side, but he's the player that plays on that right hand side and no one was covering him. 6 minutes of added time has been indicated as Gomez gets the ball on the left hand side. Brings it inside onto his right foot on the edge of the area. In goes the challenge again. Nearly falls to Salah. Instead Estupinian's there. Gives the ball to Lallana. Now back to Baleba, onto the right hand side for Veltman. Now Van Hecke, just outside the area. Brighton have possession with Lewis Dunk. Gives it inside to Lallana. Estupiñán's made that run on the left-hand side. Now back inside to Welbeck. Lays it off now to Gross. Gross onto the right-hand side for Banner. Under pressure from Gakpo, who's forced back to help out defensively. Now to Welbeck. Gives it to Gross again. Gross's ball over for Estupiñán on the left-hand side. Brings it down outside the area. Back now to Gross again. Now to Dunk. And back to Gross. And Dunk again. Excellent footwork from Lewis Dunk. Plays the ball across this time. It's nearly fallen to Adam Lallana, but it's been cleared by Van Dijk first. Now a throw in at the halfway line for Brighton. Liverpool holding on with everything that they've got left. It's going to be a throw in at the halfway line. How big of a save could that from Verbruggen just moments ago be? If Brighton can get themselves rescue a point out of this game. Throw-in has been taken. It's gone all the way back into Brighton's half. And Gross gets the ball there. As he's tried to play that ball forward, it's been dispossessed. Poor ball from him, and it's fallen to Harvey Elliott on the right-hand side, just inside the area. He's got options available. Looks towards the back post, a bit too heavy for Szoboszlai, but Liverpool have possession back. And Szoboszlai gives it to Gakpo. Now to Gomez. Gomez's ball into the box. Dealt with by Dunk. It's with Van Hecke now. Van Hecke goes back to Dunk again. Just inside their own area. Dunk's pass. Finds Lallana. Now for Gross. Back to Dunk again. Halfway through the added time here at Anfield. Now Welbeck makes his way into Liverpool's half. Plays the ball forward. It's back for Danny Welbeck. Takes it into the area and Welbeck hits the side netting. And we'll see the final change being made by Brighton. And Valentin Barco comes on. And he's on for Estupiñán. He looked like he was tiring when he was going up against Harvey Elliott. It's not the first effort from Danny Welbeck. He's tried to take into the area and hit the side netting with. And now the final change for Liverpool will be Ryan Gravenberch on. He's going to be replacing Dominic Szoboszlai. So a like-for-like change in the middle of the park for Liverpool. Maybe just a bit more energy to see through and take all these 3 points. Kellerher is going to be the one to take the goal kick. No short goal kicks like we've seen through the first half this time from Liverpool. It's straight upfield, and Lewis Dunk was wanting his goalkeeper to come out and claim it, and he's not done so on this occasion. And Veltman's pulled back by Gakpo, and a free kick's been given just outside the area on Brighton's side, and Gakpo will receive a yellow card for his efforts of pulling back Veltman. Now to Lallana. Out onto the left-hand side for Barco. Barco's cross goes in towards Welbeck. It's been cleared though. Last minute and a half for Brighton. Barco's going to take the throw in. He's trying to find some options for him. Gives the ball to Lallana. Gets the ball back from him. In goes the challenge this time from Bradley. Wins it back and he clears his lines. Gets the ball to Mo Salah. Beats his man. He's got Harvey Elliott on the right-hand side, who's burning ground to get there. He's going to actually be beaten to the ball by Baleba, who's done well to get back. Goes down under the challenge. And it's going to be a throw-in now for Liverpool. Barco's back to win that back off Elliott. Gives it to Gross. Gross tries to find Lallana. It falls to McAllister. McAllister now to Salah. Salah's effort goalwards, just wide. Goal kick Brighton. And Jürgen Klopp's just asking his side why they're not being more careful when they've got possession of the ball. It's all good trying to get this goal difference, but they need to make sure first of all that they're getting the points. Van Hecke switches it onto the left-hand side now for Barco. Under pressure. Elliott wins the ball back off of him. He goes down under the challenge from Elliott. Gives the ball to Gross. Gross goes to Baleba. Baleba across to Van Hecke. Van Hecke switches it onto the left-hand side now for Barco. Barco this time beaten to the ball by Bradley. And Elliott's there again. Gives the ball back to Bradley. Goes central to Salah. Salah now across to Gravenberch. Just holds possession up in the middle of the park. And then down under the challenge he goes, and so does Bannett. Nothing's been given. As Endo goes all the way back to Van Dijk. It's the ball back in the middle. Now it's with Bradley on the right hand side. We've played the 6 additional minutes. It's whatever extra the referee feels needs to be added. Bradley with the ball. Now to Harvey Elliott. Elliott central again. Now with Endo. Finds space to move into. Switches this onto the left hand side for Gakpo. Gakpo brings the ball down. Takes it into the area. Puts it onto his right foot. Options on the edge of the area. Gives it to Gomez. Gomez takes it back into the area. Gives it to Gakpo. Gakpo's got options again still. Gravenberch's one of those. As the pass has been blocked. It's fallen to Elliott on the edge of the area. And the full time whistle goes. And it's advantage to Liverpool, who take all 3 points in a 2-1 victory against Brighton. It puts them to the top of the Premier League table, and it puts the pressure on both Arsenal and Manchester City, who go toe-to-toe in around about 30 minutes' time. But from Anfield, courtesy of goals from Luis Diaz and Mo Salah, cancelling out Danny Welbeck's goal.